Hey, David here from Mongrel Motorsports. Quick video today just about these brake flaring tools. I have done a lot of brake lines over the years and never had a problem. Always used this, what I call the KD tool, because that's what brand this one is, but everybody's copying it now. You can pick them up anywhere. Every auto parts store's got them, Amazon's got them, etc. But I've done double flares with this deal here, like I said, for years. Never had a problem. However, this last project I did, I bought a roll of brake line tubing, and every single one of my fittings leaked. It either leaked badly or would just dribble a little bit. You get dampness on the fitting. If you touched it, you'd see the brake fluid there. So very frustrating. Didn't know what was going on, and finally figured out the new brake line I'm using is different than what I had historically used. I always use steel brake line, which is what is sold in every auto parts store in lengths that already has the fittings on it, and or you can buy it in rolls. I never before bought a roll of brake line tubing. I always bought sections because I never really did an entire car, except this time I did. And so I bought this new wonderful tubing that is some kind of copper infused, aluminized, I don't know what it is. But it's very easy to bend, which is wonderful. And I was putting this on, and I thought, this stuff's great. Man, I love working with this. It's easy to bend. I can bend it by hand. But one of the problems I had, obviously, was that all the ends leaked, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Well, apparently this newer style of soft copper-infused brake line does not like this. With the steel, you have to crank down on this thing pretty hard to get your double flares as you go through the process. And I was doing it the same way, and they were coming out and they were just looking odd. And I have a piece here. I don't know how well you can see this, but I just cut the end off. It doesn't look like a double flare. It looks like when you do the final compression, it makes this conical. So that's what the problem was that the ends were not working out for the fittings. So what to do? Well, I don't know if there's a technique that you can use with this that'll make it work better, but I decided that maybe there's a better way. So I started looking at the various tools out there, and of course there's a wonderful one you can put in a vise, and it just has all the sizes on it, and just click through them, and it's very fast and very easy. But the problem with that one is if you're trying to do a fitting on the car, it's not going to work because it has to be attached to something and it has a big long arm that needs to swing and all that. So instead I tried getting one of these. This is a Capri brand. These are also sold, everywhere. This is an Amazon purchase. It's made in Taiwan. Didn't, want to go that route, but there's a reason I did that. Taiwan's better than China, so, there's that. But this is about $40 for this thing. And I look at this and I go, $40, okay, But it's, there's tutorials on YouTube, lots of places on how to use these. It's actually very easy. It's much quicker and easier than that. And this did solve the problem of making correct double flare ends. For whatever reason, the way this one operates, it just turns out working correctly. So I have graduated from that to this. Now, there is an American-made one. Eastwood sells it, but the reason I did not buy that one is because these two bolts here on that one are Allen heads. And I didn't want to doink around with, because you got to take these in and out all the time. I didn't want to doink around with Allen heads. I mean, either you're using an Allen key or you're using an Allen socket. This I can use a gear wrench, ratchet on, and it's on and off in seconds. So this, unfortunately, the Taiwan-made one is a better design than the American-made one. Hate to say it, but it's true. But this works fine. No problem with it. Sometimes this handle wants to come loose. Probably should put some Loctite up here. Might solve that. But it's very easy to use. And if you're having trouble making these double flares with these newer style brake lines, this may be the solution for you. I discovered it by accident, thought I'd give it a try, and actually this tool is, in my opinion, superior. This is a big faff, an orchestration of steps to get through making brake lines with that thing. The only downside to this is it's one size only. There are some that offer two sizes, I think, but this is one size only, and this is, you know, multiple sizes. But honestly, I've only ever used the 3/16. I don't think I've ever had to make anything else. So there you go. So hopefully that helps somebody out. If you're having trouble getting these brake lines to seal up, it may be the way your ends are being constructed by this old style flaring tool. Let me know if that was helpful. Let me know your experience in the comments below, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.